Today's video, we're going to be talking about how I was wrong about the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cube, shaving with Shannon's Forest City Fern, and using a vintage Gillette Tech. If you like the sounds of that, stay tuned and let's get shaving. Greetings friends, and welcome to the den with me, J-Mac the Red Island Shaver, and very excited to bring this shave to you today. I've been using the Cube for a couple of weeks now, and boy, I was wrong. I was very, very wrong, and we're going to talk about that in today's video. So I'm just going to start off, going to mist the face, just get out of the shower, but it's taking a few minutes to get prepped, do my hair, get dressed, hook my medical devices back up, all that good stuff. So really, the shower hasn't left any impact on my whiskers, so to speak. So we'll get in with the pre-shave. And yes, I've been very, very wrong about the Cube. I had a healthy dose of skepticism about the Cube for the longest time. And of course, you know, we're human, you know, we get our biases and all that stuff. And I kind of looked at it as not really a needed step in a shave. So I'm just gonna wet the hands a little bit, and I'm going to rub this into the whiskers, which is, I think, is where the Cube really comes alive. I don't think just applying it to the face is enough. I think really working it into the whiskers is where the Cube starts to shine. So, I mean, I've seen lots of people use it. I've never really been much of a proponent of pre-shaves. I've just kind of always been a no-prep shaver. I guess maybe that's had a detrimental effect on my shaves. I've had good shaves, mind you, but I've noticed since starting to use the Cube, some things have started changing, and for the better, and that is kind of the crux of today's video, so to speak. So we'll wash the hands off because they're all slick now. And we will get on with the video. So using Shannon's Forest City Fern today, I was talking to Rui over on the lathering. Both him and Aaron Hall on a comment thread. And, oh man, my hands are still slick. And they were talking about Shannon's. Rui used Shannon's today. And Aaron was talking about wanting to try Forest City Fern. So of course I jump in there and say, oh yeah, you gotta use Forest City Fern, it's great. And so Rui and I were talking about it back and forth. So I figured, you know, I'm gonna use it today. Also using the Simpsons Trafalgar T3, the official brush of the Canadian Mafia. I was talking to a gent in one of the shave groups the other day, a gent by the name of Andrew. He was looking at purchasing one of these, and I said, you know, I really like it. I'll use one on video. And so here we are. Really, really do love this brush, Andrew. It's a synthetic, so if synthetic knots are your thing, then you get all the benefits of a nice, soft synthetic. But it also has the feel and scrub of a badger, which is quite unique. And not just any badger. Badgers can get a bad rap for being scritchy, really scrubby. If you get a really good badger and it's lofted properly, there's usually no scritch, no scrub with a badger. And but with this, you get the best of both worlds. There's absolutely no scritch, like no scratchiness. A nice, easy scrub. It splays easily, and it performs like a badger, but with synthetic fibers. Really, the best of both worlds. This is a phenomenal brush. It seemed like it was underrated for quite a while, but it's becoming quite popular now, and for good reason. It's a fantastic brush, as you're going to see today. I'll start the face lather. As you guys know, I have a link in the description below to my face lathering tutorial, but we'll get this started. So Forest City Fern, I like to call this your grown-up brute. It's like brute, but more refined. It has a lavender top note that delves down into a nice woody base. And that is the blurb from the Artisan. Down in the description below, there is a blurb right from the Artisan about this soap. as we get into start the face lather. And as you can see, easy splay right from the start. Very minimal pressure needed. And it's just so soft. It's so soft, but performs like gangbusters. And this is where I'm also going to find where the cube does its magic. I've applied it, I've rubbed it into the whiskers, and now I'm going to further work it in as I face lather this soap. And that being said, I'm going to cut this, and when we come back, we'll be all lathered up and ready to shave. So I will see you when I come back. And I am back, and as you can see, great looking lather today. This brush whipped up an amazing lather, like usual. I have it sitting in my Crown King scuttle. I don't do a lot of bowl lathers, but I use this scuttle for every shave. I simply just dump the water out of the inner chamber and just sit the brush in there, and that is sufficient warmth to keep the lather warm. And somebody mentioned in one of my other videos, as we get ready to go here, the 1954 Canadian Tech with a 4th use Wizamet. Somebody mentioned in one of my other videos, because I was kind of complaining that one thing I don't like about this scuttle is when I do decide to do a scuttle lather, where I'm, bowl lather in the scuttle, that it's just not big enough. You're always fighting the lather, trying to keep it in the bowl and whatnot. And they mentioned that PAA had a bigger scuttle called the Dreamscape. So of course I went to Phoenix Shaving and checked it out, and my God, what a beautiful looking scuttle. It's bigger, deeper, a nice, really nice blue, like two-tone blue, hand-fired, beautiful looking scuttle. And they're on sale right now, so I'm wondering if they're on sale just because, or are they on sale because they're going to be discontinued, which I hope not, because I really want one now. But like everything in life, funds really aren't dictating that right now. But yeah, that would be a nice addition to the den. But anyway, on to the crux of today's shave. The pre-shave, especially this past coming up, is where I've been wrong on so many levels on my shaving journey, where I thought, yeah, no, I don't need a pre-shave. Oh, got a bloop of lather there. I don't need a pre-shave. My shaves are fine. And to be fair, they were fine. They were great. They were good. But I've noticed now, since introducing the cube and just doing an extra little bit of prep, dramatic results in the shave, especially on this pass. This is kind of my trouble pass, because I have really stupid beard growth on the neck, as you guys well know, and I do this little angle pass right here. Now, even with my favorite razors, even the Carve on the B plate, which is one of my best shaving razors, when I get right down here, it would always start to irritate. It would always be a bit tuggy and just feel off. Since I've added the cube in, gone. Like every razor now across the board, no tugging down there, no pulling, and it hasn't been the blade, because I do a hot towel shave every Sunday, and that's where I do extra prep. So before the cube, it was with Parasso pre-shave. So I've always done the extra prep on those days, and I've noticed on the cleanup that pass has never bothered me. And now, since adding the cube, it's the same. Every pass, it's nice and easy down there. And so right now I have the residual slickness from the soap, but I think the cube is still impacting. I don't think just I don't think face lathering alone is enough to rub all the cube off your face. And if anything, it adds it into your lather as your face lathering. And I must say, this lather is beautiful today. Not super voluminous in the brush. I wasn't going for that. I was going for a well-hydrated lather today. And this just did a phenomenal job. I mean, I can still get in here and scrub if I want. Still splays out easily. build up a few more peaks, a little bit more volume if I want, with that extra moisture that's on the face now. Just a fantastic brush. If you're on the fence about getting a Fougere T3, just get one. Absolute steal for the money, these brushes. Incredible. All right, so my other trouble pass is my against the grain, especially going up on an angle. And yet, once again, nothing, just perfection. Absolute perfection. And then I can even do a little bit of full-on against the grain because my angle pass is kind of a hybrid. Generally, my skin doesn't tolerate against the grain. But that extra bit of prep and that little bit of pre-shave, Bob's your uncle. So, it's safe to say after a couple weeks of experimentation, the cube is here to stay. Really blown away. Like, look, I'm still going over that area. Really blown away by the simplicity of adding something that simple to a routine, having such a profound change. And for what it cost, I mean, what was it, like $11.99 Canadian, I think, and I threw it in with another order, so I got free shipping on it too, on the entire order. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong. Now, to be fair, a lot of people said any just straight glycerin soap will do, and that is true, because that's basically what this is. But, you know, around here, there's nowhere to just go buy just a cheap glycerin shaving soap. I'd have to order one anyway. So if you're looking at ordering one, if you're looking at having to order something, might as well just order the cube, right? And go with that. So anyway, that was a fantastic shave. Gonna get the cold water running here. So it'll be a little bit of water noise for the cold water rinse. Absolutely easy peasy, fantastic shave. Love me some Shannon's. It's a great performing soap. Skin feels great. Lots of residual slickness there. I can still feel some of that cube on the face underneath the soap. It's just simply amazing. And now I introduce a bunch of water, my skin will be even slicker. And I like to keep that locked in. I don't do a super aggressive rinse or a super long rinse. That's it. And yeah, my face is super slick right now and feeling super hydrated, and that's where I leave it. I don't even dry off completely. Get this lather behind my ear though. I don't dry off completely, just a little pat dry, because I want to keep that slickness right where it is on the face. I know some people like to use the alum. Alum just breaks me out and dries me out, and I got so much moisture sitting on the skin right now that I don't want that to disappear. I want it to soak in, and putting alum on is just gonna take that all away, and then I'm gonna have to rehydrate again anyway. So skip the middleman. I'm gonna go with the Forest City Fern Splash. This is from what I can tell one of their original formulas. They have reformulated this, I think, to meet EU restrictions. So the oak moss has changed. I believe this little sample has real oak moss in it, and it is absolutely phenomenal. The scent on this is just so gorgeous. It's lavender, oak moss, all those beautiful green notes. Oh man, it's so good. And it dries down with a little bit of spice, which is kind of surprising and really interesting. But yeah, that was a phenomenal shave, just right across the board. That's like a super BBS right there. Zero complaints. So anyway, guys, that was the shave today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So I think if you're on the fence about the cube, you should definitely grab one, try it out. I think you'll be surprised. And if you're on the fence with the T3 Fougere from Simpsons, just buy one. It's a fantastic brush. That's going to do it for me, my friends. Thank you to new subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. and helps the wet shaving community grow, helps my wet shaving channel grow, and we all win. So that'll do it for me. Until next time, be safe, be kind to one another, and have a great day and even better shape. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.